Heavy German bombers directed a large-scale attack against Portsmouth. The new German blitz attacks are more nerve-wracking than the bombardments of 1940 and 1941, writes Newsweek. Field Marshal Rommel is again on the French west coast on a tour of inspection. The Steer states that the man in the street doubts the results of the British and American air raid. Field Marshal Ironside indicated that in the event of an invasion, Germany would be in a position to deal out heavy counter-blows.
Is your Counter-Strike clan getting made fun of and laughed at during your matches? Triple-digit pings owning you? Well, that sucks.
Duh.
Maybe you should stay away from the Kmart brand servers then, newbie. Check out Art of War Central, providing superior customer service to game servers on all of today's popular internet multiplayer games and at ultra-low cost. Surf on over to www.artofwarcentral.com or call 1-866-LOW-PING to jump on their Rafflecopter today and get your server online and activated in less than 24 hours.
And ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you who are listening in on TVsN. We join live now the killer team of Vrati, Van Silly, and Cam Dare for Cyberglobe versus Complexity. Guys, take it away.
Like, dude, this shit that was every game. I was telling you, they played a song, and then they start dancing, and then you'll see them. They'll all go in a little circle. They'll start jumping around. Look at that on TVsN.
I am to look at what? I'm sorry.
Look at the Allied spawn on Newville.
Going over to the Allied spawn on Newville. Ah, yes, the circle,
yes,
the circle dance.
It's their good luck dance.
And then they're gonna drop in a little tub.
Frankly, this needs the Benny Hill theme.
Don't say it.
Okay, I won't say it.
If you could cue that up, that'd be great.
It's alright. And Paul's saying, Paul, you can hear the song. You see, I told you.
One big group hug.
Oh man, it's a group song. I gotta hear this song. I wonder
what song are they listening to?
I don't know. Let me ask Impulse.
Bizarre. The things that happen in Call of Duty. Guys, take it away. We are live on TVsN, brought to you by artofwarcentral.com. Vrati, the commentary is yours.
Watching the Allies right now, they are dancing and spawn on the left. They're going right, and they're just waiting still right now. What? Now what is this? Who? Mike Jones? Who? It is absolutely crazy. And now they're running in a circle. What?
Wow.
Oh, I hope you guys are enjoying this at TVsN. See, this is exactly why you need TVsN.
I kind of missed the waving back and forth, but that's because I had the wrong input traced in. But we got the little circle run.
You fool!
Hey, what do you expect? You got to run halfway across the room for my encoder PC, so deal with it.
All right, they're ready, ladies and gentlemen. They're about to ready up here. All of CoL are ready. Cyberglobe as well. Good luck and have funds are being exchanged. We are now at the finals of the losers bracket here on the IONgamers D-Day tournament, brought to you by Activision and brought to you by IONgamers, of course. And also, last but not least, by the Team Sportscast Network, www.tsncentral.com/tvsn.php, and also on audio on server number 1. Thank our folks at artofwarcentral.com for providing us the feed. And we are now live with an incoming CoL push here, Brody.
Yeah, 6-man push right over towards the chapel area. Following Wreck right now. Wreck moving into the fountain, and Envy nails his teammate Kudos with a grenade. Envy follows up with one to Wreck right in the fountain area. 5-on-5 situation, rather, make that. Wait, how is that 5-on-5? I'm getting all confused here.
An enemy? Damn.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. Good games, Brady. Bryce moves up, does shut down Envy, waiting just behind the fence area, just near the fence area. 2 men waiting. It's Miller. It is Bryce. Miller right now going to move up towards the green jalopy, moving up towards the fence. Now actually going to look over on the other side towards the MG42. Here comes Miller rushing in with a grenade. Grenade coming in. Wild card. He gets shut down real quickly by Curious G, though, just after he took down War Machine. So we've got a 4-on-2 situation. Last two men left standing are going to be Trip and Genstyle. We do have a plant down, though. Plant is down at the A site. Nothing too different. Let's follow Trip, one of the last two members standing. Trip right now waiting just by the post office. Nice job, Genstyle headshot to Vertigo. Trip comes in MP44 to Bryce. So it's now a 2-on-2 situation. Miller and Bear, last two standing. Miller comes out from the post office area, pops Trip in the head with the Thompson, and follows it up to Genstyle. That's going to be a quick 1-0 score in favor of Complexity, Cam there.
Compared to the usual matches we saw yesterday, that was pretty weird. For one, they went to the bomb site that they really shouldn't do. They decided to go, let's all go for bomb site B, just to be different, but a sightseeing, and it turned into a slow slugfest. What happened to the fast pushes, the oh my god, the humanity, as just people were dying left, right, and center, and why am I able to get away with such a long piece of color commentary? People should be dying by now!
Oh my god, there you go. Kudos with the first kill. First dash, by Bear by the fountain area, as they have all 6 guys from the Allied team here around the chapel and working towards the B side. We're gonna follow NB right now, right behind that ruins by the green car, spotting 3, 4, 5 enemies, calling for some backup. Gonna try to shoot with the MP44, flanked by Bryce from the side with the Thompson drop. We're gonna follow right now, overhead mode in the Allied team. War Machine flanking around though. He's right behind as the chapel drops 1, drops 2, goes for a third one. He's under heavy attack. He's gonna switch around over to him here. Genstyle's gonna get the kill onto Miller by the gate area. Still following War Machine right now though. War Machine actually is dead. As we have a 3-on-3 situation. All tied up right now, following Rek right now from the fountain area. It seems as though one of his teammates have fallen by the B side, still following Rek with 5% health left, looking towards the MG42, looking back towards the gate area. Looks back towards the post office, towards that main road, trying to find an enemy here. Because he knows that Genstyle is close, and that Curious G is close as well. Looks back towards the B side, walks back. As Bear is going to come right on the other side of the wall here, drop Genstyle. As Rek is still making his way forward here. A 2-on-2 situation. Gonna switch over to Bear right now at the gate. Rek dropped by Trip by the post office. Still with Bear. Looking back. Last person remaining for coL here. 1:13 on the clock. Make that 1:10. Now he's falling back towards that chapel. Might come all the way around here towards Allied spawn and try to plant at A. He's now heading towards the main road by the hotel area. Gonna head forward towards the office with the pistol out. Spots Trip. Bad gun to have pulled out there. Trip just waiting for him between that mayor's office and that liquor store, and he's going to drop him with the MP44 and give a tied game of 1-1.
Once again, a curiously slow the Newville round, as both sides are sort of cautiously advancing towards each other, double-checking, making sure they're not about to be ambushed, but no one deciding to bite the bullet and go, let's just push.
Well, they are going to change it up this time. They're going to go for an A-side push. Bryce dueling up right now with Trip. Neither man falling yet. Finally, Vertigo going to get the first kill into War Machine. Bryce, thank you. Right back to Trip as well. Curious G gets one down. We've got a plant going on right here from Miller. Miller's trying to plant at the A site, and he will. Explosives are now planted. So, changing up their strategy just a little bit here. Vertigo trying to stop the enemies from coming in. It's Envy. Envy gets shut down as Kudos comes right back into Bear. Curious G long range to Bryce. Genstyle to Vertigo. Just like that, it is a 3-on-2 situation in favor of the German Cyberglobe side. Watching Curious G right now. Moving up. He gets shot at from the banana wall area. Doesn't know where it came from. As his teammate Genstyle gets shut down right there. Miller comes out to Curious G. Kudos right back to wildcard. So we're at 1-1. Cyberglobe Kudos against Complexity Miller. Kudos goes for the fake defuse. Knows that Miller is somewhere. Sees him behind the A's leg. Gonna drop down and reload. Miller taking a couple shots with the bar. Not hitting him as of yet. Kudos trying to rotate around. As Miller waiting with the Thompson just around the corner. Kudos gonna hop in. Sees him. Unloads with the MP44. Shuts him down. I believe, no, he will not have time for this, man. He just jumps over the wall. As soon as he jumps over, blows up in midair. 2-1 score in favor of Cyberglobe.
Nice delaying tactics there being used by Complexity. That was actually pretty damn nice. He knew that he didn't have to actually kill his opponent, so he just sort of hung around, let Kudos just take his time, play ring around the bomb site, and wait for the great big yellow glowy thing to go boom.
So far, already a 6-on-5 situation for the Ally team, following Vertigo from CoL right now, one of the key players from the last game, as he was owning it with that bolt on the Axis side. Hopefully he'll do the same thing on the other half on Newville against right now Team Cyberglobe. Okay. Kind of had a brain fart there. Still following Vertigo now by that curvy wall. Trying to look inside that little hole towards that A side, trying to find some enemies here. He's going to stay slow. The rest of his teammates are at B though, so he might be watching the flank here. He's still by the curvy wall. Bryce is going to TK his own teammate here, probably towards that B area. Now still following around Kudos, dropping wildcard. Still following Vertigo, dropped by Genstyle from that Mayor's house. Now let's switch over right now to some action. Action towards the middle. Let's follow Bear. Bear with the Colt 45 onto Genstyle by the Mayor's house. And he's going to reload the chamber of that BAR. Now back in the first floor of the Mayor's house. Coming back towards the back entrance by the staircase. Still taking it slow. 3-on-3 situation. Enemy from behind. The War Machine flanks him and takes him out. Curious G onto Bryce as well, sorry. Last one remaining is Rek. Let's follow him right now with 1%. Nothing left as health. Also with a Browning automatic rifle. Flank your War Machine by the alleyway. Drops him. Headshot. And now he's going to move back in front of that bookstore, looking towards that bombed-down building by that shattered tank now near the post office. Still trying to look. Trip is on that shattered tank waiting for him. Curious G is also crossing from B site towards the bookstore, so Rek is cornered. Rek is going to head back towards that shop now. Come back towards that main road. He's going to flank. Oh, almost flanked around, but he didn't turn around on time. Trip spotted him. He's going to be forced to fall back with 54 on the clock, and he's completely cornered so far. Spots the enemy heading behind the building of the bombed house, but Curious G from behind, from that B side, spotted him. Went long range with a captured bar and took him out to tie it up 2-2 here. Kander.
Just an interesting point between the clan namings of points. Why are you naming things as bombed house? Have you seen the houses on Newville? Everything's bombed! How do you tell the difference?
But you call it the bomb house with the MG42, it'll be easier.
Yeah, there you go. You can do that. But looks like a little bit different of a strategy following Vertigo right now as Rek shuts down Trip. Vertigo working his way into the bookstore. Curious G answers right back to Bryce. 5-on-3 as Vertigo comes up, gets shut down real quickly by Genstyle.
2-2 here.
What? Huh? We've got a plant down. 4-on-2 situation. I'm gonna go ahead and follow. What?
I guess one of those streaming TVsN or something. One of something's like up.
Ah, got it. Cyberglobe right now watching Envy, last man standing for the Axis squad. Moving his way over towards the Mayor's house, gets a nice shot into Wildcard, but as soon as he pops up, Bear is right there with the Thompson to the head of Envy. That's going to be good enough for a 3-2 score in favor of Complexity, Camder.
I must admit, that's the first time I've seen that particular strategy used on allies, well, work. Everyone rush straight up the main road, vault over the wall, and get the bomb planted. Frequently it just leads to a very, very unsuccessful rush where everybody dies, but for once, Complexity actually pulled it off. Miller really is the man this game, 6-3, and he was the man that planted the bomb.
Alright, right now the score is 3-2 in favor of CoL. Quick push that last round. Following Miller now, the score leader for CoL with 6-3. Bear not far behind with 5-3. Wildcard with a negative ratio of 4-5 as we're following the action here. Bear by the fountain right next to Miller will kill Envy. Still following Miller right now, trying to lift through that hole. If anybody from Cyberglobe is going to push around that wall. Now he's going to move up towards that B side, has an MP44 and a Thompson. Switch over to a Colt 45 to try to move faster. Back to an MP44. Back to a Thompson. Vertigo's going to hit two of his teammates with a grenade. Luckily, he's not killing anybody. Now Miller's lobbing some grenades inside B side. His teammate Bryce is falling down right behind him by a shot from Kudos in the face. We're down to a 5-on-5 situation. Miller's going to try to spam through the bushes from the gate area. Not able to lock it down to anybody. Now looks back towards the post office. Still aiming down the sight of the MP44. 150 on the clock as he's under attack here by that gate. Coming back towards that bushes. Still slamming through the bushes. Trying to see where those bullets are whiffing from. And he's going to try to guess where the enemy's at. And now he's still looking towards that B side here. 130 on the clock. Now a 4-on-4 as we have Bryce and Vertigo down. And Curious G and Envy down. Now make Wildcard dead as well. And now War Machine as well by Wrecked. And now we're down to a 3-on-3. Still following Miller. Still spamming inside that B site. Still slow. Doesn't see anybody. Just pre-firing a little bit. Here's a little bit of a retaliation from an MP44 incoming though. So he's going to still wait on his grounds and try to find the enemy. Let's actually switch over to somebody else here. Trip with the headshot onto Bear, falling Wrecked right now at the fountain wall. He's trying to jump and get a headshot at the same time. Down to 30 health. Spots an enemy at the B site now. Is going to try to kill him. Misses a couple of shots. 14 bullets left in the chamber. 1 minute warning on the clock right now for this round. Score, like I said, it is 3-2 in favor of CoL on the Allied side. You're tuning to the Team Sportscast Network on TVsN, brought to you by ArtofWarCentral.com for the finals of the losers bracket for the IONgamers D-Day tournament. Now back with the action here. Action at the B side. Miller's going to drop Kudos, so he saw it through Rick's POV. It's all up to Gensala and Trip to defend the bomb sites. Miller moving inside. Let's switch back to Miller. Miller moving into that bomb site. 28 seconds remaining on the clock. Wreck is going to get dropped by Trip with the MP44 from behind. It seems as though Trip is flanking from the green car towards that gate. Gensal at the post office, still following Miller, running for his life through that school, through the Axis spawn. But he's going to be weighted by the enemy there. He's pulled on the floor. Oh my god, he almost gets shot there. Still full health, nothing hits him. 10 seconds remaining in this round. Gonna have to start the plan very soon. Can't let go of it. 6 seconds remaining. He's going to get the plan down. Trip close it in. Gensal close it in. Moving in action right now. Miller gets shot by Gensal. Nice push inside. Sacrificing himself, for that round. Will get the defuse and tie it up once again to make it 3-3.
As I clear a little bit of Ventrilo lag. Miller couldn't quite get it done. He was stuck between a rock and a hard place. 6 seconds. He absolutely could not interrupt his defuse for the world. It was completely irrelevant. He couldn't return fire, couldn't do anything. He had to run pretty much across half the map and put the bomb down if there was any real chance of his team winning that one. And once he started the bomb plant, well, it was kind of all over. Up comes the Cyberglobe person, pops him in the head, easy defuse. GG, it's now 3-all.
And we've got a big A-side push. Vertigo getting the first kill, as does Miller. Miller on to Curious G. Curious G just did take down Bryce a second ago before that. Trip right back to Bear with the stolen Thompson. So we've got 4-on-4 situation. Following Wrecked right now into the mayor's house. Tries to go upstairs. Kudos comes in from behind and flanks him. Rotate over to the next man of Vertigo. Where is Vertigo at? Vertigo is in... Is he in the bombed out house? Where in the world? He's in the upper of the mayor house. That's what he is. Comes down, sees War Machine crossing over near that tank area, pops him. So down to a 2-on-2 situation. Still following Vertigo in the upper section of the mayor's house. Drops down, but Envy was in the lower section. Pops him just as he comes out. So it's all up to Wildcard now. Wildcard knows where Envy is, hops in. Pops him down with the bar, so we've got a 1-on-1 situation. Wildcard for the Complexity side, up against Trip for the Cyberglobe side. Wildcard still moving around in the mayor's house. Find out where Trip is. Trip is right next to the bombed out house. He knows he's in there somewhere. Trip's going to rotate over towards that A site, figuring that's where Wildcard is going to try to go. Wildcard still looking out towards the mayor's house, towards the curved wall. He knows he's trapped. He's going to work his way now up to the second floor area. Peeks out of the burned down house, sees nothing. Goes up to the second floor of the mayor's house, still sees nothing. 1:10 on the clock. Once again looks back towards the hotel area. Let's rotate over to Trip now. Trip is still waiting right next to the MG42 house. Rotating back and forth between that spot and the A site right next to it. Trip starting to move up slowly towards the tank, towards the broken down tank right now. He's working his way in over towards the mayor house. Only 50 seconds left to go on the clock. It's a game of cat and mouse right now. Wildcard moving out. They're opposite each other on the tank. I think Trip might have seen them, and they both go around the opposite sides of the tank.
Wow.
Oh, wow. They were right next to each other. Gonna give it a 30-second warning as Trip right now is moving up to the second floor of the mayor's house. Wildcard, though, not willing to plant. Wildcard's still looking for him. Looking in the office building, wondering where in the world he can be. As Trip is still looking right at the mayor's house. Can't find a Wildcard. Gonna go for the plant now. Goes for the fake plant. And Trip heard him. Trip's coming back for him right now. Fake plant. Wildcard's going to go for the real one. But I think Trip's going to hop over the wall just in time. Explosives are planted. Here comes the Thompson. They're doing it up. Trip gets a couple shots. Wildcard shuts him down with the MP44. Nice action there to give them a 4-3 lead in favor of Complexity, Cam Dare.
Wow, that was the round of the close duels. Pretty much everyone dancing around various obstacles, trying to find each other. In the end, it came down to a very quick one-on-one around the bomb site. Wildcard got the best of his opponent. Trip, he hit the ground permanently, floored, dead. The bomb ticking away, and Complexity finally take the lead once again. Score is 4-3 in favor of Complexity.
Wildcard, the key player last round, the savior here for Team CoL. Not this time, though. Jumps inside the fountain, dropped by Envy at the fountain. Envy still trying to battle it out here. Let's see who he's trying to battle against. It is Miller and Bryce as well. Bryce now inside the fountain with Reg. Oh my god, 3 against 1. He's gonna drop and following Bryce right now. Vertical dropping Trip. Bryce spotting enemy right on the other side by the hill of the B site. Aiming down that BAR. Still trying to look towards that B88. Still sees nobody there. Let's just try to pre-fire a little bit in case the enemy is dumb, and we'll try to peek the same spot twice. But let's switch around here to War Machine, flanking from the hotel area. He's at the chapel from behind. Will kill Bryce easily with the MP44. Now flanking another enemy right there by the green car. Aims on the site, headshots Miller, and then also kills Rex. Oh my god, nice job. Prone up and down action right there. Down to a 3-on-2 in favor of Cyberglobe. And War Machine's so proud of the 2 kills he just got, decides to shoot them just to make sure that they're dead, in case they're playing Resident Evil World War II style here. Now Vertigo dropping Kudos, still following War Machine here, capturing that BAR down to a 2-on-2. Bear and Vertigo against Curious G and War Machine. 1:20 on the clock. War Machine making his way down along the bookstore. Explosives flying at the A site, so he's going to try to fall back inside the chapel from behind. Will try to scout the area, and nice streaming there. We're going to follow the action now inside the mayor's house. Bear at the second floor, well, drop him with that Browning automatic rifle. Last round for Team Cyberglobe on the Axis side is Curious G, the current leader in the scoreboard for CG. So he's actually right now at the A side, still trying to look around the shattered tank, trying to find the enemies here. Nobody by the bomb house with the MG42. Looks inside the office, still nobody, but he's going to try to get the defuse here. Vertigo sees him from that curvy wall. Curious G sees him as well. Headshots him with the MP44. Starts the defuse. Bear's running with the Colt 45 out. He's going to come behind the shattered tank. Curious G, oh my god, he could have kept on going for the defuse. He would have had it, but he stopped it. Bear knew he was a fake. Jumps across the wall, spots him from above, misses the shot. Now they both stand up, but Bear gets the best out of Curious G to give another point for CoL, as the score is now 5-3. And the explosives go off. And
ouch! Bad mistake by Curious G. If he just stuck to defusing the bomb, there'd have been no way that Bear could have reached him in time before he'd basically cut the red wire, not the green wire! Cut the red wire, defuse the bomb. And that was a needless throwaway round that personally Cyberglobe should have had.
Oh, we got a rush coming up, but it looks like possibly a defensive rush. Curious G into Bear with a knife then. War Machine flanking out to Miller and to Bryce. Genstyle to Rack. Wildcard to War Machine. Wildcard to Genstyle. So, basically, we've got a 4-on-2 situation. 2 men left standing are Wildcard and Vertigo for the Complexity side. Let's follow Vertigo right now. Doing up with the bar action. Waiting in the upper mayor's house right now. Tossing a couple grenades. Not hitting anything at all over towards the bookstore. He's going to rotate around and look over towards the hotel area. Here's some gunning going on. Looking, spots absolutely no one, peeking out through all the windows in the upper mayor's house. Let's rotate over to his teammate Wildcard. Wildcard is waiting in the lower mayor's house. Vertigo does see Kudos, pops him with the bar. So it's now a 2-on-3 situation. Vertigo starting to move around very, very slowly, going past the liquor store, going back towards that B site. Looking in the liquor store doorway, nothing there. He's going to rotate over towards the church area right now. Still bar in hand, 1:35 on the clock. Sounds like some gunfire in the distance. Curious G and Wildcard dueling up, but Vertigo is still moving up towards that B site. Peeks down the iron side of the bar, sees nothing, looks over towards the post office, now towards the road, sees someone, hits Curious G in the arm, he's not going to fall. Vertigo's going to make a rush over towards the B side, chucking a couple grenades now, but Envy right there waiting around the corner. And Wildcard was by the broken tank. Curious G was up on top of the MG42 house and popped him as well. So Cyberglobe trying to come back once again, 5-4.
You know, the last time we saw Complexity play this, Vertigo was, inverted commas, the man. He was the ninja elite planter that would sneak around while the rest of his team went with a feint, plant on A, and then fade back. Well, the rest of the team basically feinted B. This time, Complexity adopting a whole new strategy, and it really isn't working. This sort of spread. Oh God. They rush me again. But
action by the
have to own me repeatedly.
We already have a 5-on-4 situation. Make that a 4-on-4. Curious G drops Bear by the fountain. Following Bryce right now with that bar. Trying to look towards that B side, pre-firing towards the B88. Sees nobody. Switches over to the Thompson to quickly run towards the bushes, towards that green car. Looks back towards that main road between post office and bookstore. Sees his teammate in his POV by the fountain area. So they're going to try to close down the B site. Now Bryce still looking towards the main road here. Sees nobody, falls back towards that gate. Miller's going to hit coL. Miller's going to hit Wildcard, sorry, his own teammate with a grenade. Not kill him, though. Bryce still shooting through the bushes. Nothing coming intact. But there, Miller, with that second grenade, is going to blow Wildcard away. He's going to say, first one wasn't enough. Here's another one, buddy. You got too many kills on the scoreboard so far. Bryce spotting an enemy inside the B88. Going to try to pre-fire a little bit. Still not hitting anybody there. Sees the gun sticking out. Man, he's trying to look here, switching over to that Thompson. Sleeves an enemy at the bookstore. He's going to let Bryce take care of it. No, should I say his teammate take care of it. But Vertigo is there. He gets dropped by Gen style. But Bryce is going to get the kill inside the B side. He's going to get the plant down as well. No, well, stop the plant. Because he's now the last one remaining here. As his last teammate, Miller, was dropped by War Machine by the bookstore. Still falling right now, Bryce. He was forced to stop that plant with 1:10 on the clock remaining. So he still has a lot of time here. Looks back towards Axis Spawn. Looks towards Post Office from the back of the B88. Sees nobody around. Looks back towards Bookstore. Looks back towards Postal Office. Still nobody. Trip right behind him by the Axis Spawn. War Machine right next to him by the Post Office. Bryce is cornered inside the Post Office. Now he's trying to move out here towards the back of the main road. 47 seconds remaining on the clock. Coming in. War Machine, but wasn't able to shoot him. He decided to turn away right away. And then it said, hey, wait, there's actually somebody there. While he gets killed, War Machine's going to help his buddy have a little bit of fun there after he kills Bryce again. We're going to tie it all up 5-5 with 2 more rounds remaining in this first half here, Camden.
Very, very even game thus far. It really is impressing me how well Cyberglobe is doing on defense, although I'm still curious as to why Complexity aren't doing their feint push again. It works well, actually. I say that. It looks like they're up doing this time. It's Bear playing as Ninja style.
I'm going to rotate over to Bear then real quickly. Yep, Bear is definitely doing that. Nice grenade coming in from Rec to Curious G, though. Bear, nice long-range bar action to War Machine. Bear at the office buildings over near the A site. Trip going in to rotate into Bryce. Gonna do it up with Wildcard, but here comes Bear to finally answer back. Trip got 2 kills, but Bear finally shuts him down. Jensel headshot into Rec. Kudos headshot to Vertigo. We do have explosives planted at the A site, though. It's Bear and Miller, the last 2 men left standing for the Complexity clan. Bear waiting in the office building. Miller sees Envy trying to cross. Stops him with the Thompson. Genstyle gonna answer right back to Miller, MP44, so it's all up to Bear, 1-on-2. Sees someone in the broken down house. Takes a couple shots at the bar, does not hit him. Takes another shot, nailed him in the torso. That was kudos. Did not finish him off, though. Bear going to try to jump into the upper level of the office building, and he is right now. Nice hit, kudos! And the Genstyle! Bear going massive clutch. 2 men rushed him at once from 2 different directions, and Bear says, no problem, I got this one. 6-5, and right now, Bear 14-8, Cam Dare.
How did he do that? I mean, seriously, it looked like he was dead. He was sandwiched from both directions at once, and yet somehow he does this Matrix-esque move that leaves both opponents lying in a pool of blood. By rights, again, Cyberglobe would have won that one, but no, this time Bear literally has the ninja stay. Team once again.
Sorry about that. Quick push towards the east side, falling Bryce right now here. Trying to contact against Trip, but Trip's going to get the best out of him. We actually have one allied member inside the ace side. It is Miller. Miller's going to get the headshot onto Trip now, met up with his teammate Bear. They're both inside the office building. As Miller's going to get another Thompson kill onto Curious G, make this a 2-on-3 situation. Still following Miller right now behind that shattered tank. A nice headshot onto Kudos there with an MP44 captured. Falls back inside the ace site, starts the plant, but an Axis member is creeping up. It is Genstyle, pops him down. It's all up to Bear once again, but he has a sliver of health this time, grenaded early in this round by the curvy wall. Now it's 2-on-1, looks back towards that shed, looks back towards hotel, looks back towards main road and curvy wall, sees nobody. Genstyle locking it down inside the ace site, while Envy is actually by that shop, looking back towards that curvy wall. So Bear is trapped, and will he lock it down? 2-9. Walking slowly towards the first floor. I don't know, man. He has no health this time, though. He's moving up slowly, creeping. 1:26 on the clock. Still with the sight of that Browning automatic rifle. Looking back towards the 88 by the shattered tank now. Crouch takes out the sight. He's going to move a little bit more quickly. On the right side of the shattered tank, will he pick up the MP44? No, he's going to try to flank around Genstyle. Genstyle, who's actually rotated around. Envy's still inside that shop. They're each looking their backs. Bear moving inside the bookstore. Nope. He's going to run past the bookstore and head inside the post office and try to get the plan down at B. 54 seconds remaining in this round. He's looking towards the Axis spawn. Sees nobody around. Suspense right now. Nobody inside the GAY spots. Looks back towards the chapel. 40 seconds remaining in this round. He's gonna start the plant. Genstyle doesn't hear it. Envy heard it though.
Explosives planted.
And they're both gonna rotate around. Envy lobbing some grenades towards that B side. Still falling Bear, running back towards Axis spawn. Boy, that's cool. And he's gonna try to lock it from there. Genstyle not coming that way. Envy not coming that way. Bear is inside the Axis spawn. He's looking back towards the fenced area. Still a sliver of health left. 17 bullets remaining in his chamber. The score right now, it is 6-5 in favor of CoL. We might see a tied game in this first half. Genstyle and Envy on the chase. Bear still waiting by the fence. Going to be met up by Envy very soon. No, Envy's going to decide to fall back and just wait there. Here starts the fuse. Bear's going to be forced to move out. Genstyle still defusing. Bear will not have it. Moving out here. Gets shot by Envy. Easy win for Cyberglobe. We're going to tie it up, ladies and gentlemen. 6-6 in favor of nobody. We are in a tied game. Moving on to the second half here, Camden.
Wow. Both sides are just really pulling out all the stops here. That was some very good play there by Ben. By Bear, rather. Ben Bear pulling, well, really thinking, though, once I've planted the bomb there, it's going to be very obvious and I'll probably get grenaded, so I'm going to have to move very quickly into a position that's out of the blast range, but will still let me hear. Unfortunately, it didn't quite pay off. It nearly did, but his opponents, there were just one too many. This time, he cannot go Leap Ninja styley, and it's now 6-all, nothing to separate the two teams.
Yeah, very good action that first half. Take a look at the kill leader. Genstyle for the Cyberglobe side, 13-10, followed up by Curious G and War Machine. each with 12. For the complexity side, it's Bear with 14 and Miller with 12. Looks like we are getting ready to go right away, so I'm going to go ahead and follow Trip. Trip running with Kudos over towards the hotel area. Looks like it's going to be a rush towards the A site. Trip tossing over some grenades. Going up towards the mayor's house. Now towards the broken tank. Kudos does spot Miller with the bar. Bear answers right back to Kudos. And shut down real quickly is Trip by Bear. Or by Vertigo, rather. Bear coming to Curious G and a headshot to Gen Style. So only 2 players left for the Cyberglobe side. It's War Machine and Envy. Following War Machine right now. War Machine trying to work his way in. Over back towards the hotel. Not going to get anywhere. Bear's right there with the stolen Tommy. And Envy going to get shut down that quickly as well. Very, very fast action. Cyberglobe went for the rush, and it did not work out in that round, Cam.
We saw this yesterday again. Complexity seems to know, especially on defense, this map very well. They know exactly every spot you can hide in. And as soon as the rush came in, they were able to crossfire the living hell out of Cyberglobe, and there was nothing they could do but go take a bit of a dirt nap. Complexity take the lead.
Nothing but aggressive pushes right now by Team Cyberglobe following War Machine inside the liquor store. Trying to look back towards the alleyway. Bear is dropped. We have a 6-on-4 situation as Bryce is killed as well. War Machine making his way along the wall outside of the bookstore towards the mayor's house. Gonna fall back here towards the side of the bookstore. Here's MP44 all around. Here's Bars. And knows that there's an enemy inside the bookstore. He's gonna try to find him and lock him and flank him. Another one down, 6-on-3 situation. The score is 7-6 in favor of CoL. Might see a 7-on-7. Now they spotted inside the postal office. Now with help from his teammate Kudos, they're all going to drop everybody else from post office and also B site. That is going to be it. The score will now be 7-7.
Much more seek and destroy, but not for the bomb sites this time. Style of gameplay from Cyberglobe. They really switched it up compared to the previous round, and they just decided, you know, we're not really going to go for the gun sites. We're going to try and root all the complexity members out of their hiding spots and gun them down. This time it really did work. Only losing 2 members on the push.
Again, follow Trip right now, pushing out towards the B site. Trip leading with the bar in hand. Rep does pop Gen Style before he can do anything. Bryce to Curious G as well. Still following Trip, though. Moving his way slowly towards the Jalopy, over towards the gate area. Miller and MG42 kill into Envy. 6-on-3, only 3 allies left. It's War Machine, Trip, and Kudos. Still with Trip right now. Slowly working his way into the gate area. Gets shot at, doesn't hit him. He has no idea where it came from. He's still going to work his way in slowly. Bar in hand. Finally he sees Wreck. It was just a little bit too late as Wreck had a bullet for his head. It's rotated now over to War Machine. 2:05 left on the clock. At the MG42, last man standing as Bryce takes down Kudo. Vertigo into War Machine. That is a flawless victory.
Obviously, oh my word. Complexity. The round was pretty much typified by the MG42 kill. Cyberglobe weren't quite prepared for the complete change-up of hiding spots the Complexity brought this time around. And it's very typical of Newville. There are so many nooks and crannies that you can... so many nooks and crannies that you can hide in, as I read a certain comment from Vansili, and hey, go Commando, boy. It's much better.
Alright, gotta follow Curious G right now, lobbing early grenades inside the B side, already through the gate with the Thompson. He's running across, but shot by Vertigo easily from the roof of the school. Actually, of the post office. I don't know if you can see that one or not, but he's actually on the top of it. Decides to drop back down from that spot. You can actually jump on that school rooftop as well, which was amazing. Now more action following right now. Red drops Envy by the fountain area. So right now we have a 5-on-2. Trip and Kudos, the last people remaining. Let's follow Kudos right now. NG at the NG42 by the B side here. Spots an enemy by the bookstore. Comes back towards the gate, trying to scout around here, but never saw Miller. Miller's gonna kill him with that Thompson. Last one, it is Trip. Trip, as soon as he turns away, Miller pops out and peeks. And it wasn't full bitten that time. It was just Trip that was a little clumsy. And now the lead spreads a little bit here. CoL up 9. Cyberglobe with 7.
Yeah, Cyberglobe defensive strategies don't appear to be that different in complexity thus far, as easily adapted and ripping into that offensive push. Once again, yeah, they decided to do pretty much the same thing. It's a hard and fast rush to A. Oh, Van Silly had a casualty.
Yeah, I'll actually take this one. Kudos with a nice grenade into Wildcard. Genstyle headshot in the device. Oh, people dying left and right. Following War Machine, though. War Machine with a nice headshot to Bear. It's 5-on-2 situation in favor for the Allied Cyberglobe squad. We have a plant down at A site already as War Machine gets flanked from behind by Wrecked. Going to make it a 4-on-2 situation. Rotate now over to one of the defenders. We're going to follow... Let's follow Wrecked right now, as Wrecked moving his way into the upper mayor's house, trying to find out if anyone is up there. Looks over towards the hotel, doesn't see anything, drops down. Here's some bar action real close. Get some shots at him from up in the upper office area. Trip right to Vertigo, so it is all up to Wrecked. 1-on-4 situation, and he's going to get absolutely nowhere. Curious G comes around the tank with the bar in hand to make it 9-8. Once again, it's Cyberglobe coming back, Camdare.
Yeah, they did do the switch up. That was needed. If you're going to hard push any site, it's always better to hard push A, because if you can get in there, get the office building, the 3-story building, as I like to call it, it gets up very difficult to take it back. And this time they rushed all the way around the flank, using it for cover. And yeah, they decided, let's try this again. It worked last time.
Envy right now, oh my god, Bryce on the MG42 by the bomb house drops Genstall as he's trying to cross that main road. Oh my god, Envy just side cross and get owned there. And now right now we have a 5-on-4 in favor of the Allied team. Still following Envy with the Thompson, heading inside the office building. Sees nobody in the first or second floor, running inside here. Spots Envy inside the MG42. Now he's going to try to lock it out and kill him here. But no, the enemy drops down. He's still trying to spam it. Still not able to lock it out on anybody. He finally gets a headshot onto Miller with only 1 bullet left inside the chamber of that bar. Gonna reload it right away. We're down to a 3-on-2 situation in favor of Team Cyberglobe over coL. We have Bear and Wrecked against CG, Curious G, Kudos, and Envy. Bear now dropping Curious G down to a 2-on-2. Gonna follow Bear right now by the Shattered Tank, aiming down the side of the MP44. Looking now towards the office building, but sees nobody around so far. Now switching back over to Kudos, meeting up with his teammate here as they're in the first floor of the office building. Kudos looking back towards that Shattered Tank, looking back towards Bomb House MG42. Sees nobody around, it's still slow. Wreck, meanwhile, is heading his way towards that bomb house MG42 as well, so they're all close to each other. Now back to Envy, chucking a grenade inside that bomb house. Once right now, Wreck gets shot once, not killed yet, but he loses a big amount of health. He's trying to reply right now on to Wrecked, but it's still going to stay slow, should I say. 1:26 on the clock. Kudos is going to decide to fall back and work towards the main road. But we got Bear waiting for him by the Shattered Tank. They're all right next to each other, waiting for one of them to do one of the forbidden peek. Still trying to click around here, trying to find who's going to meet who. Back to Kudos, spotting Bear. He's shot once by Bear, but he's only hit in the left hand. Down to 80% health left. Wrecked is going to get dropped. It's all up to Bear. 1 minute warning on the clock. Kudos telling his teammate that the last one is by the Shattered Tank. Envy is going to try to lock onto the other side. Now Bear is still in the same spot. 48 seconds remaining. They're still not going for the plan. They're going to try to go after Bear. But Bear, his deadly skills that we saw inside the office building last round. Let's see if he does the same thing this time. He's shot from both angles, under the tank as well, on the foot.
Oh.
And he's going to get taken down. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back in a tied game of 9-9.
Once again, the side that wins the next 4 will be the winners, but my god, this is definitely one hell of a seesawing match. Cyberglobe again deciding to go with the same strategy twice in a row, and Complexity still don't appear to have a strategy that can match and beat it. Oh. Roddy, they're pushing again.
Yeah, they're pushing towards the B side this time, following Curious G, bar in hand. Switches over to the pistol, now back to the bar. Looks on top of that that post office, seeing if anyone's up there. They are not this round. So Curious G gonna chuck a couple grenades over into the B side, one over in the post office as well. As 5 men are gonna push up right towards the gate area. As here they come, they're starting to push in. 4 men are rushing it right away. Envy spots Rack, pops him in the head. Kudos into Vertigo as well. 6-on-4. Oh, people dying left, right. 5-on-2 as War Machine gets it in to Wildcard. Curious G going for the plant right now. Couple grenades being tossed, and he does get the plant down. But a grenade pops right at his feet by Miller. Genstyle answers back to Miller. Last man standing is going to be Bear. Watching him right now. Bear, nice headshot into War Machine. Bear just around the post office. Peeks out, and so does Trip. Trip pops him in the face. Facial action right there. It's going to be a 10-9 score. Now in favor of the American Cyberglobe squad. Cam Dare.
This is the first time this match that Cyberglobe has taken the lead, and they appear to have got into a bit of a rhythm with these hard, fast pushes around the flanks to either bomb site that is really starting to pay off for them. It doesn't appear to be much that Complexity are able to do. They really need to pick it up and just ambush them a heck of a lot more.
Right now, following the action, gonna lock it down onto War Machine. War Machine a headshot onto Rex, sorry. Now we have a 5-on-5 situation. It's going to be a little bit calm. Going to be a little bit slow once again. Still following War Machine inside the bookstore by the first floor.
Did you just say War Machine erect?
No, 2 wrecked. War Machine with the kill by the post office onto Vertigo. Tries to spam towards that main road along the side of that bookstore. Flanked around behind by Wildcard with the MP44. And he's going to get dropped. Down to a 3-on-4 situation in favor of the Axis team. We got following Trip right now with Kudos as they're both by the gate area. Trip is going to move his way up towards that B site, still spamming towards the bookstore. Possibly come for the plant right now. 1:55 on the clock, looking towards Axis spawn, sees nobody. Back by the post office, it is clear. Kudos still covering his back. Bryce onto Curious G, meanwhile, still following Trip. Reloading his bar, getting ready before the plant. And here we go. Starts the plant. Kudos watching his back. We have a 2-on-4 situation. Last 2 Cyberglobe by the B site. Explosives planted. They are cornered by the B site. Trapped by Wildcard. Trapped by Miller. Miller from spawn will take down Trip. Gonna follow Miller right now. Moving in close against Kudos. Aiming on the side. Hits him one in the left arm. And now they're all trying to spam around. Miller's gonna get the best out of him with that bar. And it's gonna be an easy defuse. Back with the tied game of 10-10. They're changing rounds here, Cam Deere.
There you go, Complexity, and I'm still somewhat stunned by what I thought you said, and I would still say that you said it. Complexity have found themselves the key, the answer to the question that Cyberglobe keeps asking: can you beat our rush? And it appears that they've come up with a plan of counter-rushing, getting in their face as quickly as possible. It threw Cyberglobe for a loop that time. Will it work again?
Well, they're going to try to rotate over towards the A side now, it looks like, following Envy. Envy backing off as a couple grenade spams are coming in over by the shed area. Envy working his way up, but no, he's going to get popped in the head by Bear. Bear with 2 kills in a row. Bear to Envy to Kudos, Bryce to Trip, Wreck to War Machine. Just like that, it's a 2-on-6 situation. We're going to go ahead and follow Genstyle right now as Curious G falls to Wreck, so it's 1-on-6. Genstyle in the office building, sees someone cross, going up with Bryce, can't kill him, neither can Bryce. Finally, Bryce shuts him down for the flawless victory.
Another one.
11-10 in favor of Complexity. I have a feeling, guys, this is going to overtime.
Don't jinx
At this rate, it probably will. And yes, since I am the man of jinxes, I will be the person to jinx it and say this is going to overtime. In fact, I'm going to say it's going to go to double overtime. So.
Gotta follow right now. Trip once again with the Thompson here. Lobbing grenades inside the A side. Sees an Axis member. Gonna try to stand towards the Axis office. The office building, should I say. Up from under attack here. Crossfired from the office building. Also the bomb building with the MG42. Taken down. Switching over to Curious G right now. Spots an enemy on the top of the post office. Gonna try to kill him by the shattered tank. He's gonna walk back towards the A side. Gonna try to get the plan. 2-on-3 situation. Bolted by Vertigo. Under attack by the office building. Killed by Miller and Vertigo from that spot there on the top of the post office. That's right, gives the game point as he takes down that last member of the LA team.
Complexity this time managed to lose half their roster in the defense. What a careless defense compared to last time. You know, you could get away with a perfect thing last time. You just this time around, you carelessly lose half your men. Ha! That's good enough to be a British general.
Gonna rotate over to War Machine now. War Machine moving in past the liquor store over towards the fountains. War Machine just tossing up grenades, looking down with the bar in hand. And yes, it's right now. Sorry, Cyberglobe can only force overtime. They can't win it right now. Still, War Machine just sort of peeking out in one of the alleyways. Looks like not quite sure what to do. So we're going to rotate over to Trip, as Trip is back by the hotel, taking a couple shots over towards the MG42 house. Trip going to peek out towards the office building and try to find someone there. War Machine sees someone, sees Price, pops him in the head. 6-on-5 advantage for the Cyberglobe squad. Still with Trip. Trip looking down towards the A site. Doesn't see anything. Going to rotate over to the hotel. As Miller does spot War Machine, though, to even up a 5-on-5. Miller looking over towards the mayor's house. Now looking over towards the liquor store. Wrecked rotates in. Headshot to Envy. Jensel answers back to Vertigo with the bar, so we're at 4-on-4 situation. Let's rotate over to Curious G as the curse of Camdare strikes again. Headshot right there by Wildcard to drop him. Let's rotate over to Genstyle. Genstyle appears to be over right by the B site. He is right on top of the B site, just looking over towards the post office, waiting for someone to come in. Kudos to Wrecked, Bear to Kudos. So we've got a 2-on-3 situation right now. Wildcard comes in, shuts down Genstyle with the Thompson, so it is all up to Trip. Following him right now. Barnhead moving past the church area, past the chapel area rather. Sees the fountain, 1:05 on the clock, thinking he's going to get flanked. Looks back down towards the main road. Looks back towards the office building, doesn't see anything. Nobody back at the hotel. Is going to rotate now, start working his way up slowly over towards the fountain. Nobody at the MG42. Looking over at the jalopy, no one there either. Peeking down the iron sight, sees the B site. 45 seconds left to go on the clock. He's going to try to cross that roadway. Now thinks twice about it. Thinks he might have heard someone behind him. He's looking behind him, though. Nope, doesn't hear anything as of yet. Going to bring out the pistol. Start rushing up just a little bit quicker. 30-second warning on the clock. Trip, still with the bar in hand. Looking down towards the liquor store. Seeing nothing. Now rotating up over towards the gate area. Still doesn't know where the Axis players are. Looking around the fence. Doesn't see anyone. 15 seconds left to go on the clock. Finally sees someone over at the bookstore. Takes a couple shots at him. Shots are coming back at him. Trip's got to go for the plant right now. He's going for it. See if anyone can come in and try to stop him. Bear's coming in right here. And he does. Bear pops him. Good games. It is game over with. Complexity 13-10. They are going to the finals to take on 3D Camdare.
Oh man, what a close match that was. That was really... wow, that could have gone either way. As it is, Complexity in the end proved a little bit more effective on defense than Cyberglobe did. And we're going to see a rematch, a showdown once again. Complexity versus 3D, this time on 3D's strongest map. Last time it was on Brico, or perhaps 3D's weakest map. We'll have to see what happens. Stay tuned to TSN. We will have that finals match for you. When will it be, Mr. Van?
It's going to be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but don't go anywhere. I think TVsN should be shut down for now, so head back to the audio stream here. By the way, on your way out, thank artofwarcentral.com. On your way out to the door, and make sure you come back to server number 1 on the audio.
And that ends our coverage for the big losers bracket final. Complexity taking the game over Cyberglobe 13-10. Big thanks, of course, to our sponsor, www.artofwarcentral.com. You have been watching TVsN, a production of the Team Sportscast Network.